Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I got my baby daddy here today because we're gonna tell our birth story and also show you guys like a little vlog. We took a couple clips when we were in the hospital, but I really enjoyed our second birth and I wasn't really focused on recording and stuff, but we do have clips and we wanted to share our story with you guys because we have an Isaiah's birth story posted on YouTube as well. So if you guys want to watch our first one, you guys can go see that. I'll link it. This birth was like so much better than the first birth that we have, and I'm gonna mainly blame that on COVID because we had our first baby during COVID.
First time, literally everyone was masked up. Like, I don't remember anyone helping us. Like,
yeah, this one was better. On December 15th was our due date, and I went to my 40-week checkup, and I was really hoping that I was gonna like be giving birth. And then it turned out that I wasn't gonna be giving birth yet. 1 centimeter dilated and 40% effaced, and he was head down, but nothing was happening. And so for me, this was a little different because my first time around on my due date, I had my daughter 2 days before I was in labor, like going to the hospital. So I went to my 40-week appointment and my doctor was like, we need to schedule you an induction. And that really scared me. I didn't really know anything about inductions, so I was like, I don't want to do that. I want to like just let him come naturally. But we scheduled it for the 26th, which is a long time from my due date. In that appointment, my doctor was literally like she said it point blank like this: if you don't get an induction and have the baby by 42 weeks, then there's a higher risk for your baby to die.
You scared the hell out of her for the whole rest of...
I was just crying. I was just disappointed, and I just felt like I was doing something wrong because I was literally trying everything to have this baby and he just would not
everything
come. And then basically every day after that I was just trying super freaking hard to get him out. And yeah, he just wasn't coming. And then so by like the 20th, I was like, no, I'm ready. Like, we need to figure this out right now. Like, I'm not waiting for the induction. Something needs to happen. From the 15th to when I had him, I was having contractions. Obviously I was,
but your water hadn't broke.
On like the 19th I lost my mucus plug. Or like, I'm gonna go to the hospital when I start having contractions. So one night we were in bed, I was having really bad contractions. I called because they told me call before you come. So I called and they were like, no, don't come. That phone call happened. Then the next day, same thing, when the contractions hit, me and my mom went into the doctors and I got checked. I got to hear his heartbeat and stuff, make sure everything was fine. And they were like, it's gonna happen on its own. And one of the nurses, she was like, I want you to go on your bed and lay on this side for a certain amount of minutes, because he was always on my right side. She was like, maybe he just needs to turn his body in the right spot to drop him down. I went home and I did that, and I feel like it actually worked because the next day I called my doctor and I was like, I need to be induced now. And when I left the hospital that night, I told them like, I want to be induced. How can I get induced? And then we went in. We were sitting in the lobby for heck long on the 22nd. Basically, after I called my doctor the day before, she called down there and was like, she's gonna come in and she wants to be induced. You guys, if there's any room, please let her, like, allow her to be induced. So when I went in, we were waiting in the lobby for heck long, and I couldn't figure out why. Security guard went back and got the nurse, and the nurse was like, oh, you're here to be induced. And I was like, well, I thought I was just coming in on my own to get checked, but I want to be induced, yes. She was like, do you want to do this process at home? No. And I was like, no. Well, my mom really was like, no, we're not going home. Like, she wants to be admitted. So we waited like 10 more minutes, and the nurse came back out and got me. She was like, okay, today's the day. Like, today's your induction day. So I was like, beautiful. They stayed in the lobby, and I got my room and stuff before they brought them back. The lady that came and got me and took my weight and like put me in my room, she was beautiful. I love her so much. She was one of the, all my nurses were great, but she really kicked off my energy just like in a good field. Like, I told her about how bad my daughter's labor was, and she was like, that is not gonna happen. And she did everything for me to a T. I had my hair in a braid with rubber band at the bottom in a fishtail, and the rubber band broke, and she noticed and she grabbed a tourniquet, little rubber thing that they put on your arm so they could take your blood. Yeah, she put that in my hair and made a bow. It was so cute. I'm keeping it for his baby book. But yeah, by 3 o'clock on the 22nd, I was in my bed, and then they gave me this little pill. I'm sorry, I don't know what it's called. It's the induction pill. I don't know what the pill's called. And I was already feeling my contractions stronger. So after that pill, we walked around a little bit. Put a lot of hairspray in there.
You ready for this body come out or what?
Yes.
How ready? On a scale of 1 to 10, how ready are you?
I'm like at an 8 right now.
An 8?
Yeah.
He's past his due date and you're at an 8 right now?
I mean,
that's
like,
crazy.
Ready to push, you know?
Oh, okay. But I'm talking about how ready
dang,
are you?
how big is this?
Oh, no, the loop. This will go right here. This will do a loop. Oh, walk the whole thing? Look, we about to walk this whole hallway, apparently. On the floor. This is how they walk. Let me get the belly. Contraction time. Live action. This is the live action contraction. One más.
Push through that one. What is that?
Oh, the video.
And I was just trying to get everything like flowing and moving and stuff. I was doing squats and exercises, the ball, just trying to get everything moving. I knew what to expect now with the contractions, so I feel like I handled them pretty good.
She handles them just like, yeah, ain't nothing.
Like, I was just trying to breathe through them and stuff. Honestly, the best thing for me to do when I'm having contractions is just to be quiet and just like listen to the noise around me, try to focus on anything else. I can't focus enough to like say what I want to say without grunting, but if I'm quiet and I'm just breathing and listening to everything around me, I could pretty much handle them. It's good. It was very peaceful and beautiful, and yeah, I just really appreciate it. We had the room all the way at the end of the hall with the like window view. So yeah, we did the walking and the stretching and stuff, and we had another nurse come in, and that's the nurse that I'm like, she's my cousin, her daughter's gonna cheer with my daughter. Okay, I got an IV, and then I ended up doing the balloon insertion. So basically they put a balloon and they put it up there, and then they take water in a syringe and literally fill it up. I got, I think, 50 milliliters of water filled up inside. It was a pretty cool sensation when they were blowing it up. It just like felt cold inside. So I was really worried about inductions hurting, and it didn't hurt at all. They put it up and it was fine. My balloon didn't just fall. I kept telling her, I was like, I feel like it's going to come out, or like it's gotten bigger, or
lower.
Yeah, I felt like it was lower. And she was like, oh, let me check it. So she literally grabbed it by the end of the balloon and did like circles like that, and it just fell out. It was such a weird
She was talking about that the rest of the time.
It was such a weird feeling. Oh my gosh, that was the weirdest feeling ever. Seriously, it felt like I just pooped out of my vagina. It did. Honestly, I didn't know anything about inductions. I was really scared. I thought, one, I was going to be in the hospital for like a week plus. Whoops. And then two, I thought things were going to hurt, like the balloon and stuff. And it really didn't hurt at all. It was actually pretty cool feeling. And then by the time it came out, I was 5 to 6 centimeters dilated. So that was obviously, the balloon helped me jump a lot because I was stuck at 1 to 2 centimeters for a long ass time. Our favorite nurse literally ended up leaving 45 minutes before we gave birth, but the nurse that came on duty right after her was the nurse that I seen the night before, who told me to go on my bed and turn around and stuff. So I had her again, which was amazing because she was like my postpartum nurse, like my birth and then postpartum nurse throughout the night. And I just felt like I already knew her. She was really nice and cool, and I don't know, they just really listened to me this time around, which I appreciated. The other nurse came, and then I didn't even ask for the epidural. They were just like, if you're gonna get an epidural, probably right now is the time. Like, your baby's gonna be coming very soon. And I was like, okay, then I'm ready. The doctor came in and they gave the epidural. My first birth, I waited until the point of like, I cannot take the contractions anymore. I felt like I was out of body experience. You guys could hear more about that in the other video, but I waited too long basically, and then it was COVID, so it took a long time to get it to me. So I did not feel the epidural going in at all. I don't even remember it. I was completely out of body. This time around, I definitely felt it. It was a lot of pressure in my like back, spine, lower back region. I could feel it getting cold. I could feel all of that.
How's that now still too?
I feel better now.
Because you were saying stuff about how long postpartum were you still feeling?
Well, I personally think that the reason they tell you 6 weeks to recover, I think, is 6 weeks all around, because right now I'm 7 weeks. I'm no longer bleeding. My body isn't my stomach isn't contracting when I'm feeding as bad as it was, because I was in like excruciating pain right after. My back doesn't hurt as much. Like, I could feel the epidural side effects, I feel like, until 6 to 7 weeks.
Up to 6 weeks.
Yeah, so I feel like they give you that timeline of 6 weeks for a reason, not just for you to heal down there, but like but everything. Even my like,
it's spot on though. It's pretty.
Yeah, even my intrusive thoughts, like, they're really bad in the beginning weeks, and then once you hit 6-7 weeks, it kind of went away from me. So feeling it was pressure, but it didn't make me want to scream and yell. It was just uncomfortable, and it was a lot of pressure. And then once it was in, I literally just laid there and I was floating for the rest of the time. until it was time to push.
When she's pushing, she's not like in the movies where they're like, like there's none of that. Like it's literally like she's breathing. She's like, and then she's like a real push. Like
Yeah,
it's
and
literally
focused.
push, and so it's quiet still. Like again, it's not very traumatizing. The scary part, I'm not gonna lie, for the guys out there, the scary part is watching the doctor, like she gets like, you know what I mean? That is the part where I'm like, whoa, that's crazy.
I was just laying in bed. Nurse came in and was like, I'm gonna check you, and I was 10 centimeters. She was like, this baby's coming right now today. And I was like, okay, cool. It was like 11 something, like 11:40 when I started pushing.
Awesome, Aaliyah. Here it comes.
Amazing. Hold that pressure as long as you can. Good job. Big deep breath. You have your hands. Oh, you have your hands. Reach down here and get your baby.
Good job, baby.
Oh my god.
Good job, baby.
Hi, Papa.
Like we said, right there, like we said.
There we go. Happy birthday, Micah.
Yeah. Can't believe you're here, sir. Had him at 12:23. It literally only took like 30 minutes. And like I said, I was with my OG nurse from the day before, so I was very comfortable. My midwife was absolutely amazing, standing up, breathing and stuff. And she walked in and she came right over to me and she gave me a hug. And she didn't just anybody else in the room. She gave me a hug and was like, relax your shoulders, mama. Like, weight of the world on you right now. You just need to relax and breathe and you're gonna be fine. And I didn't even realize that I was like this, like just like tight, yeah. And so she really calmed me down. So I didn't see her after that, but just like, hey, how are you? Good. Until I was pushing. And when I was pushing, she came in and she relaxed me. She told me exactly what to do. And then she was like, this baby's coming. And she was like, do you want to see? I said yes. They put the mirror down there. And then I was pushing. I gave like, I say like 5 or 6 really good pushes back to back. And then the midwife was like, you're gonna breathe this baby out. I don't want you to push. I just want you to lay back and I want you to breathe. And I did. And he literally, and I just watched him slide out so effortlessly. Like I didn't have to push. I didn't have to do anything. He just came out and it was like the coolest thing I've ever experienced. Yeah, and he didn't come out bruised at all. Like he
slid out.
Yeah, he really slid out. It was beautiful. I had no tearing, which I was so excited. I didn't have to get any stitches. It was a really good, like if I could do birth again, I would want that exact team, that exact everything. After birth experience was really good. I told them I wanted to go home ASAP. I felt fine. I felt good. I just had to wait for the epidural. I had to wait for me to pee, for the baby to poop, to do his hearing. I had him on December 23rd at 12:23 in the morning. And then we went home the next day at 3 o'clock. I told them I wanted to go home and they were super, super quick with all of my paperwork. So overall, it was a very, very positive birth experience. And like I said, I had such an easy birth, like delivering. There was no extra like pressure, pain, tearing or anything like that. Good recovery this time around, which was really nice. And if you guys want me to make a video on like my recovery process and everything I did, I will. But I think it went by a lot easier than the first time. Overall, we had a really, really good birth experience this time, and we're so happy our baby boy is here. And we're also really excited to keep documenting our life because you guys have no idea how much my daughter watches her old baby videos and wants to record her own videos now. I really hope that you guys enjoy this. I hope that you guys subscribe and hit the like button and come back for more videos because we do have a lot planned this year and we're super excited. We got 2 kids. All right, guys, we'll see you later.
Thank you for watching.